Portal, just so much Portal over these last few days. Mostly writing it and then playing it. See, I had this hypothesis that this point is a theory because it actually seems to work. That the reason I was having a hard time getting back to work at the beginning of December, see, I was bored if it wasn't working, but every time I tried, I would just get lazy. What I needed was my video game. If I play my video game for a little bit in the morning, after once I'm done with that, I can just get right back into things. The problem being, I never quite finish playing the game through the rest of the day as it would seem. See, Friday I wrote 172 on a Portal scene. It's a prequel for the fanfic I was writing back in September. It took me a second to remember what month it goes before November. I want to post it to DeviantArt, but not quite yet, because I want to at least have my fanfic almost ready first. But I do like this prequel scene, and need to wait for one thing with the point in putting up the prequel scene, and then the actual story months later. I mean, I guess it's sometimes how they hype stuff up when it comes to movies and stuff. But I mainly want to wait because I'm not entirely sure what style the story needs to be written in, so I want to make the two match. Also on Friday I wrote 6 words on a file, bringing the total to 178. Then on Saturday I started a Christmas story, a Portal Christmas story, after saying I wasn't going to do Christmas special. Got up to 315. Yeah. I thought I wrote more on it later, but I'm not finding that on my file. Maybe it was later in that day. Didn't think it was. I'm a little confused now, but anyway. Also 32 on a poem about Portal that I wrote and I liked it, but I felt like it could be a lot better. I didn't know how to fix it now. So instead of just submitting it, I waited, and it's a good thing I did because I did make it a lot better. Back to that Christmas scene. I'm not sure, but I hope to actually have it finished in time for Christmas. I probably will be able to because it's so short. It's also really sappy, but that's okay if it's a Christmas story, right? I mean, sappy Christmas. It's the same thing, right? Our Christmas story is supposed to be happy at the end. The Saturday's word count was 347, bringing the weekly word count to 1,713, which is close to 2,000 and actually kind of bad, but seeing as how my work has been all over the place, nothing specific I have to work on, I guess it's okay. So on Sunday I wrote 6 on a song and some amount of words on this random thing on my Alpha Smart to help me fall asleep, but I've been too lazy to put it on my computer, so, words were written Sunday. I don't know how many. And then came Monday, where I realized this obsession that I thought had started to go down hadn't gotten anywhere. It'd been just lurking in the back of my brain, ready to pounce whenever NaNoWriMo was finished. Because I wrote 42 on 2 different poems. One I think was just 2 lines in order to finish, but one that's up on DeviantArt now, I ended up writing 2 different versions of it. There's the version I wrote Saturday, but then instead of just adding a few lines, I just completely rewrote all of it except for the first 2 lines. So just copy and pasted those, rewrote the whole rest of it into a second version. And I liked that better, I thought, but then the first one had like a different point almost. They were both good. I kind of liked the second one, but I wasn't sure if it was actually better. So I sent both of them to my brother, who's horrible at critiquing my work. So I don't know why I sent it to him. He actually did turn out to be helpful. That still sounds mean. Because he pointed out a specific line from the first one that he really liked. It's like had the emotion I was going for, but the flow of the second one was better. So I'm like, well, what if I just take that line you like from the first one and put it in the second one? He's like, I don't think you'll still have the right flow if you add another line. So what I did was I added 2 lines to the end of it. When I really looked at it, I thought the second one almost ended abruptly anyway. So I added that line, maybe slightly worded differently, and then another one that rhymed with it, so the flow continued instead of just kind of being quite so short. That version was the best of both, and it's up on DeviantArt now. It's called Pulled Apart, about the ending of Portal 2. Spoilers! What if Chell hadn't wanted to be rescued was the inspiration behind it. There's a link to my DeviantArt account in the description if you're interested in that poem or anything. Also, I wrote 308 on the fanfiction that I started back in September. Oh yeah, it's back. I'm the only one who cares, but oh yeah. It even has a name now. Well, no, it doesn't. It has a project name. I was tired of calling it The Tale of Persephone because, see, it was originally supposed to be a retelling of the myth of Persephone in Hades, but it went from retelling to based on to vaguely inspired by, and that name just didn't work anymore, especially since my fan character isn't so much the main character anymore. So I really was tired of calling it that because it made her sound like a bigger deal than she really is. But sometimes a name gets just stuck in my head and I can't change it, so I wanted to change it before that happens. So I end up giving it a project name. I'm calling it Project Gamma because it's sort of like a Portal 3 and it was originally based on Greek mythology. So Gamma. Yeah, you get it. I also wrote 36 words on a file about Persephone, main fan character, just trying to keep track of her character progression and personality, because it kind of is confusing. I'm actually excited to be back to that story. I hope to be able to start posting chapters to DeviantArt in February, but I don't know yet. Well, I have bored you enough. I'm probably gonna go to DeviantArt. I have a poem I wrote quite a while ago that I need to submit to there. I also like to finish my random parody I'm writing for some reason. If you would like me to bore you some more, though, I got some links in the description, plus some more videos you can go see. Thanks for watching. This is Peace, Love, Pink, signing out.